Morning, everybody. Apologies if you've seen some of this before. I was really silent for a bit and added a few units in there. I'll just start with a brief history of Mercury. So it started by myself and collaborator Gary in 2006. So it's coming up for about 20 years we've been going now. Before we started Mercury, we worked for about 10 years on mainly commercial projects in London, where we gained some really sort of valuable experience. So some of the stuff we actually worked on.
The other one.
Yeah, so these one of the big jobs that we worked on before we started Mercury was Virgin Atlantic. We've done a long stint at Paddington Station as well, and at Lakeside Retail Park we changed all the lampposts in the car park there. So they're size projects. It got a lot of experience. Well, while I was working for this company, Gary was running the jobs on site, and I was doing the contract managing and passing jobs in the office. So that's how we sort of got together. Gary doing that side and me doing the office side. So in 2006, we decided to start on our own. We got our NIC EIT accreditation, and we started out doing normal type domestic work, rewires, installations for new houses, new lights, all that sort of stuff. And over the years, we've grown our team to about 5 or 6 people, varies a bit from mark to mark. And so we've got about 3 electricians and apprentices. We've been going, so we've got loads of long-standing customers, some of them been with us about 15 years or more, and obviously we get like loads of one-off customers as well. But I quite really wanted to highlight some of the stuff we've been talking about over the recent years. So we've there you go. So battery storage system. So we're approved installs for Give Energy and Duracell. I don't need the AA batteries to put your remote control. This is solar storage. So this can be. These are the batteries down here. That's next to the inverter there, which I think that's the fuse board. So with these systems, you can charge up the batteries overnight on a really cheap off-peak tariff. Currently, Ben's offering some at about 5.5p a kilowatt. So the average house uses roughly about 8 to 10 kilowatts a day. Charge up your batteries overnight, use that energy during the day, and you can run your house with roughly 55-60p a day. If you have solar panels, obviously the solar panels can charge batteries as well, and you're going to be paying less than that. This one here is linked to the customer's solar panels. This one will also run the house if there's a power cut. So it's got a device at the top there, it will just change over and you can run your house basically when there's a power cut. So they're really good systems, and obviously if you want to find out more about them, give me a shout and I'll come and have a look at them. We also do fuse boards. So the latest fuse boards are all metal based. This little device here is a surge protector. So if there's a spike in the mains, it will protect your computers and sensitive electronics. There's a little green light, little green window on there. When that turns red, it means it's actually it's done its job and it needs to be replaced. They also come nowadays. We're installing them with these units here instead of fuses and sort of just standard circuit breakers. These have got an RCD in them, so if it trips, it'll only trip one circuit and not the whole board or half the board. So we often get calls where people are saying sort of, "Oh, I've got half my lights working and half the sockets working." It's because the boards are split in half, but with these, only the circuit's got a problem will actually trip. So if you see an old fuse board like this with the fuse wire in it, it's probably about 50 years old, so you can imagine it's not really going to be up to the modern standards. It really needs to be challenged. But this one here, it's one we done just a few weeks ago for someone. That's the new fuse board there. It was actually located under the stairs. It was probably about that far off the ground. Do you imagine trying to scrub around in the dark under the stairs, landing on your belly, trying to change your fuse? So we actually moved it all into the garage, so it's a decent height now where they can actually sort of go in there. It's similar to the one which shows you there. So testing is also a big thing of what we do, and I spoke about it a lot. We're NIC, ERC approved, so you're going to get a full certificate for it, being testing. So this is the time thing you get. What's it? About 7 pages. This is a domestic one, and on that thing there is the schedule of all the test results. Tells you, gives you an idea of the condition of the cables. Obviously, you probably for the layman, you wouldn't actually understand it, but we wouldn't explain it to you what's going on. So that's that step in. So the testing we do can be for commercial clients. We do home buyers reports, so if someone's trying to get an idea of what their electrics are like before they move in. It's a good idea to have a home buyers one done. And so this is what the motor sort of tested we use. This will, when we're testing some of the things, we're putting up to 500 volts through the system. It's to make sure the cables are in good condition. And these are some of the things we find. So this one here, this is a metal. This is in a factory, metal case, cables coming through, rubbing on the edge of the metal there. So over a period of time, there's potentially for that to actually sort of cut through the insulation, and also it'll just go bang. Again, similar thing. All the holes in the bottom of the fuse board there. If someone comes along and put their fingers inside it, you get a sort of shock. But these are all sorts of things we pick up, and obviously try to put line. And this is us. Well, we were testing on one of the circuits there with that measure to show you, just make sure all the code is as it should be. So, car chargers. There are still grants out there for workplace chargers, about £350. These have been installed on the major brands. So this one here is made by CPV. So it's a neat little units that's on the side of your house or your workplace. We also do Rolex, Pod Point, and recently we've got some Tesla ones as well. We can get any brands you want. If you want a particular brand, something work really well. If you've got solar panels, they talk to the system there to charge up your car if it's plugged in the energy into the sun. This is a Pod Point line installed for a customer recently as well. So the type of what we do domestic commercial work, do new installations, rewires, we do kitchens and bathrooms, do consumer units, car chargers, testing, battery storage, and also carry out some emergency call outs when we're asked to. So why use us? So to work with our customers to give them the best possible outcomes for their requirements. We care about their property as well, so we're nice and tidy, always clear up after ourselves. And we're registered with the NIC, like I said, so you can be confident that you can get a job that complies to the latest safety regulations. The ideal referrals. Farmers are great for us because they're always developing like their old barns, so they're into industrial units and stuff like that. Hopefully we picked up another one in the past week, just waiting for it to get going on that one. Kitchen and bathroom companies, managers of factories and offices, builders, friends and family, anybody who just needs services to a professional electrician. So, any questions? John?
Like commercial property, if you've got a rewire with you, what policy they can't change that?
If you rely on fuse box and not actually illegal, you can actually still get away with it. With the RCD protection, if they haven't got RCD protection, they have to do a risk assessment to cover themselves. So the answer is actually changing it as soon as possible. But if they don't want to, they can do a risk assessment. So they actually get away with it. It's a bit of my area. There's still much legal, and it's what stop.
Not so much a question, just a testimonial for the work that we are literally working on. So next week, Dave's going to install the battery solution over at my home. I'm going to end up paying 2% of what I'm paying at the moment for electrics. Thank you for all the time and effort for testing and running all the calcs and helping me with the maths and justify that kind of initial expense. But actually, I think it's a fortune.
Yeah,
Very much looking forward to
yeah,
getting that up.
yeah. We get that looking at so still with monthly. Sure.
A week or so ago, middle of the night, our whole street had a power cut.
Yeah.
The relatively alarms going off and things like that. When we woke up in the morning, the power had been restored to the whole house, but our power supply system tripped. Everything else was fine, but our supply tripped. Would that be an indication of a problem, or maybe one of the devices that's plugged in? Got an issue, or
More than likely, it's just a little bit of a surge and then the power came back on. But sometimes when we tested stuff, we turn the fuse board off, we turn it back on, and then all of a sudden some of it just strip around, it just reset it, and it's fine. It might just be like a little tiny surge or something for it.
The EV chargers
Yeah.
at the workplace, can you unlock them so that the public can't just charge free?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, there's certain old buildings and people where that's not a problem. Yeah.
And on that same subject, are there charge boxes that are universal, or you can plug your own cable in if you've got?
Yeah, this one you can just use the cable in your car,
Right.
or you get the tethered ones where the cable's wired in directly all the time.
Okay.
But yeah, that one is just a standard domestic one. So.
A bit of a simple question, I suppose, but if I was to work on the electronics inside the home, you turn the main fuse board off, but obviously you know so it's to wire it up.
Yeah.
If you're moving a fuse board, how do you isolate the main electric that's coming into it? You've got a lot of blank that goes into it, so.
No, yeah, you just, well, you're not supposed to, but probably 99% of electricians will just pull the home fuse.
I said, because at some point you've got all the wires,
Yeah.
wire coming in from the outside system, and you're running around the house going, well, we need that in another room, you know.
Technically, you're supposed to call out the electricity company to do it. You can imagine what that's like.
Yeah.
So basically, you just pull it and then just get your mind to reseal it with it, and then deal.
Oh, well, there is another fuse before it gets to the house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. It's safe and seal.
Can you fit any EV charger? Can you do like Simpson and Partners ones?
We can do, yeah, mostly. I've not heard of that one, but yeah, we can actually fit most EV chargers if we get hold of them. Yeah. Fine.
Sorry. No, go ahead. So, batteries for the home.
Yeah.
Roughly, I use 60 kilowatts a day.
Right. That's a lot.
Yeah. I'm charging 2 EVs.
Okay. Yeah.
Is there a battery we'll take it?
No. There is, but you'd be paying a fortune for it. You're better off getting the off-peak tariff, charging you overnight, and then letting the off-peak group tariff do it overnight.
Yeah.
Charging your battery at the same time.
can I just get a little cautionary note on the off-peak things? To check they're very cheap overnight. They range a lot more expensive during the day. So just watch that. Rather than paying a flat rate 3 or 4 hours, they get the overnight rate that they rate. So just check that. Because I moved to overnight tariff, that costing me.
Got to make sure
Yeah,
you
that's-
scope up enough.
Yeah,
so that your battery is,
Yeah, that's right. So overnight, my rate's 8.5p, so like that 60 kilowatt cost me £5. I'll save more if it's on that.
Right, Dave, thank you very much indeed. An excellent presentation.